All right, so I'm back today on day 3 of my series on navigating emotional stress. So today we are talking about some not so obvious ways that emotional stress can show up, or some not so obvious ways that you can be experiencing the signs of emotional stress. So today is going to be another short and sweet video. I'm outside in gorgeous, beautiful Florida. As you guys can see, it is gorgeous out here, and so I am just enjoying a walk in the park and allowing myself to release a little bit of stress. So this week, actually not this week, but at the end of this month, I'm going to be doing a wonderful workshop on managing emotional stress. So you definitely need to be there. I'm leaving a link at the top so that you can join me. And so the workshop is going to be amazing. Okay, it's going to be informative, it's going to be interactive, it's going to be fun. We're going to dance, we're going to move, we're going to do some relaxation techniques. We are going to also work through our emotional stress. So you want to come prepared to this workshop with your pen and your paper and your ears and your heart and your body so that we can move, because that's what we're going to be doing. And it's a wonderful workshop for people that know that they are just tired and stressed out by the range of emotions that you have been dealing with. So whether it's anger, frustration, anxiety, fear, whatever it is that you've been dealing with, you got a lot on your plate, you got a lot of responsibilities, and you just need a way to begin navigating all that emotional energy, then you need to be at this workshop. Okay, it's going to be virtually done. It's going to be an opportunity for you to connect with me. You'll get some free coaching, and where is my sunlight? You'll get some free coaching. So even if you can't make the workshop, you will be able to access the replay. And if you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions and get all of those questions answered if you're unable to attend in person. So that will be at the end of this month. I'll be leaving a link on this video so that you can join me. It's going to be $47, and I am going to share that link as well. So back to our topic today. Okay, not so obvious signs that you may be experiencing emotional stress. So this is important because a lot of us actually don't know when we are dealing with stress, and we have these really bad habits. When we get emotionally stressed out, we have so many bad habits. Like, we start ghosting people, we start procrastinating, ignoring. Sometimes we even just do mean things unnecessarily because we're stressed out and struggling, and we don't know how to say or identify that this is what's going on. So recently I was having this conversation, right? And so I'm talking to this guy, and he's telling me some things about his relationship, right? So he's telling me how he's a little bit confused about what he needs to do to make things right in this relationship. So I'm asking him all these questions, right? I'm asking him questions about what's going on. I'm asking him questions about how does he respond when his partner talks to him a certain way or behaves a certain way. And he looks at me and he's like, I'm good. Like, I'm cool. Like, usually when stuff happens, I kind of just like, I'm just cool. I don't like a whole lot of drama. And so, I just kind of like, I don't say nothing, or I just kind of like walk away, or I just kind of let it go because, I don't want no problems. I want things to kind of move smooth. And I'm like, okay. Like, I feel you. I understand you on that. I'm also one of those people that don't like a whole lot of unnecessary drama, right? But he was like, everything's good because, I kind of just like walk away, just let it go, and everything's good. So I looked at him and I was like, is everything really good? Because you're walking away and you think that that's a sign that you're just letting it go, but I don't know if I agree with that. Because here's the thing, there are times where letting it go is the solution. There are times where letting things go can be a great solution, especially if you're dealing with some foolishness and some people that are not worth your time. But there are times where letting things go and just ignoring it or walking away is not the best solution, especially when you're in an active relationship and you want to have ongoing healthy communication. So I looked at him and I said to him, I was like, how often do you do this? He was like, well, usually this is what I do. And immediately once he said that, I said to him, well, it sounds like you're stressed out, because just walking away and not saying anything and letting stuff go, on the surface it can seem like, everything's good and you're cool, calm, and collected. But realistically, if you're doing this all the time and there's still problems in the relationship, it is likely that maybe this is just one of the ways that you are experiencing stress. Because, or anger is what I said, anger. And he looked at me, he was like, angry? I'm not angry. And I said to him, well, anger is one of those emotions that people assume that when you're angry, it shows up in the form of you fighting or, being reactive. And that's not always the case. Sometimes withdrawing and ignoring and not saying anything can also be a sign that you are angry. And it's one of the ways that you can respond to the stress of that emotion. So that's an example of a not so obvious way that you can sometimes be experiencing emotional stress. And relationships are typically one of the biggest causes of emotional stress for people, because we're experiencing stress each and every day, right? But the emotional stress happens when we have all these extra demands that are put on us from other people, from life, or when we're just dealing with emotions that we don't know how to let go of, So there's all types of ways that you can experience not so obvious signs of emotional stress. Mood changes, bad attitude, especially when it just comes out of nowhere. You're in one mood, all of a sudden your mood just shifts, instantly. Even low libido, low energy, headaches, tension in your body, pain in your body, emotional eating. Okay, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on that, because that is one of the biggest ways that we tend to deal with emotional stress is through food. Okay, how many of y'all can relate? Put some notes in the comment section and let me know how many of y'all can relate to using food as a primary coping mechanism. Most of the ways that we try to cope with dealing with unwanted negative emotions are usually just an attempt for us to try to reduce stress. When we don't know what to say to people, when there's a breakdown in communication because we have personality differences, when we simply don't want to hurt someone's feelings and we don't know the right words to say, when we're being bombarded with responsibilities and pressures that we don't know how to find solutions for, all of that creates emotional stress. And it's not always so obvious, you know? So pay attention to the signs. Is there tension in your body? Is there pain in your body, especially in the neck, in the shoulder area? Are you dealing with a lot of moodiness? Are you struggling to make some important decisions that you know that you need to make? Do you have a tendency to avoid people? Are you ghosting a lot? Are you procrastinating on important conversations and things that you know you need to be dealing with? Those are all signs that you're under some kind of emotional stress. Okay, so I am talking today about some not so obvious signs that you are under emotional stress. Pay attention to these signs as you go throughout your day so that you can recognize that these are opportunities for you to start finding some other ways to regulate. Even drinking, when you overdo anything, like drinking too much, drinking a whole lot, smoking too much, overdoing anything, those are all signs that you're under stress in general, right? But then the emotional part comes from usually relationships or some unwanted emotions that you're dealing with that you just don't know how to handle. Okay, so I'm going to end it there today, and tomorrow we're going to be, I don't remember what the topic is going to be for tomorrow, but I will put a post sharing what the other topics are going to be, because I'm going to be continuing my series all throughout Monday. I know I'm definitely going to do one on emotional eating, because that's going to be a really interesting one. That's going to be a really good one. But for sure, definitely, we will be talking more about this. I want you guys to join me in my workshop at the end of this week, the end of this month. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be fun. We're going to relax. We're going to release. We're going to dance. We're going to learn. We're going to work through our emotional stress. So this will be your opportunity to really talk and share what's on your heart, what's on your mind, to get some things off your chest. It's a virtual workshop, so you can join from anywhere. You can also get the replay, and I'll answer any of your questions if you're not able to make it later on. So I'll leave that link for you guys to join me in that wonderful workshop. Let me know what you guys think, and if there's any other topics that you want me to talk about as it relates to emotional stress. I will see you guys tomorrow.